Hey, good afternoon. It's Tuesday, July 23rd, and have we had a last couple weeks? Yes, we have. And, I'm originally born in Detroit, so I'm going to channel a little bit of my Stevie and Aretha to combine my spirituality in a our raw material wholeness, to wade into all of what's going on with, Kamala coming into the race and getting Biden's endorsement, Trump, JD Vance. And let me just say, this is a Gemini race. Now, Trump is a solar Gemini with Uranus leading, which just means that's his iconoclastic, unfiltered, will say anything. But Kamala has a Gemini star point. I've been talking about Venus star. She's morning, she's warrior. Both of these candidates have Moon and Mars in fire. So their instinctive selves are let's get it going, let's show ourselves best through action. And Kamala is born 17 minutes before a full moon. And Trump, about 2.5 hours, full moon lunar eclipse. At translation, just I call it a waxing gibbous or giblet, as my mother said, and just a shout out to her Pluto Cancer Leo generation from basically 1940 to 1956. She brought up Shirley Chisholm, who was born in 1924. And Sagittarius and Shirley was the first African American woman to enter into the United States Congress in 1974, I believe. Point is not only did Chisholm have the moon in Aquarius, like the United States charts on July 4th, 1776, but her being a Sag and her Pluto, her soul intent, SOUL, her focus. When you confront your shadow and bring in the ego as an awareness of where you have weakness or where you lean into the illusion of separateness, Trump, versus anybody who does it. Doesn't have to. Trump is just the embodiment of ego. Shirley Chisholm was born with Pluto in Cancer on the sun of the United States. And so her coming in changed the trajectory. So if any of Kamala's people are watching this or you got connections, yeah, give me 15 minutes, half an hour, and I can talk about how the Plutonian Cancer energy of Chisholm channeling that energy and the fact that she was a morning star Cancer as well. Her passion point was in tribal. We are the world. Let's be a family. Because when Cancer energy gets beyond the bloodline, when Cancer says, "Okay, we may share the same DNA, but I'm looking for the fractal. I'm looking for my cosmic family," because the mothership is hanging out outside of the atmosphere of Earth, and I'm ready to go back. So when you make those we shall overcome, or when you start to see the content of a person's character vis-a-vis the the form of it, judging people by the color of their character, not the color of their skin. Yeah, because King had an evening star, a lover sign in Cancer, and he could wax and wane in terms of how we connected that way. But my focus is the Gemini star, which started on June 4th, 2024, and it's every 4 years we've had a Gemini star in our elections because the stars are either morning or evening every 4 years since 1964, the year Kamala was born. Hello, Wood Dragon. We just need to just metaphorically rub up on her because it's her lucky year. And the fact that she was born right at the time where America's second Reconstruction, we hold these truths to be self evident, started to elevate Black people, people of color, women as well, to vote and to get the civil rights. And she's, an attorney. Breathe with me, La Familia, hello, Roland. Just know that Gemini, yes, the twins, And the twins of the intellect, the left hemisphere, just give me the facts. But there's also intelligence. Like, for instance, I mean, I'm not saying that there's no judgment around you voting for the embodiment of ego because he is in a relative place to get us to grow. I mean, we've got the hope of Obama, and there's a Warhol. If somebody has this, the picture of Obama in that blue and red looking like the Warhol energy, we got hope for him, hate for Trump, heal for Biden, and grow for Kamala. And I know you're looking at this is a 6 or 8 minute whatever video for you to vote for Kamala. No, look, I've been on this planet long enough and I'm ready to go. I am not so centrally focused on who wins this election. I'm centrally focused on what are your intentions? What are your ego soul balance or soul ego balance as it relates to the world that you want to live in? And the fact that she has moon in Aries and he has moon in Sagittarius, both of these people show themselves best through action, through what they do. Now, his toddler Mars is in Leo, right, in his Leo ascendant. And that Leo ascendant is conjunct the fixed star Regulus, which gives you success if revenge is avoided. Now, I just feel cosmically that this man was born to be our modern day Benedict Arnold, to get us to awaken and appreciate the democracy that we could have. We don't really have it yet. As long as the electoral college is in place, our votes are not weighted the same. That's an anachronism to protect the economic interests of the North and the slavery of the South. I mean, both sides were complicit. And the Reconstruction lasted 12 years based on the fact that if we do the Transcontinental Railroad, one of the theories was that we can unite the nation east and west, but resources and marshals were pushed west and taken out of the south. Look, some of this is just easy enough to Google, but I want you to understand that as we move from Neptune in Pisces to Neptune in Aries on March 2025, March 30th, 2025, under Venus retrograde. Neptune is the higher, more transcendental connection of love, where there's no conditional or unconditional. Neptune is absolute, totally give it all to me, and I'm giving all. Not in an obsessive Pluto way, just more in a surrendering, a yin, because we all come out of the multiplicity of the yin energies. And the fact that we're in this cycle moving from that and when Neptune went into the area of new beginnings, Aries, the last time he did this was 160 plus years ago at Fort Sumner when South Carolina seceded from the Union. So that first cannon fire on April 12th, 13th, 1861 put us into a civil war. And here we are. I mean, there's some state senator, George Lang, or whatever his name is, Ohio state senator calling for a civil war. Now he's backed that back up. But the point is, you put in George Lang, state senator, Ohio, a civil war, bam, you got a statement. I'm of the heart and mind. Again, waiting on my mothership, openly black and alien. Uh, I feel that we do not have to repeat the same conflagration we did in the 1860s because our egos have developed. We have Pluto. I mean, we have so much more information that can help us set our soul ego balance, intentional space to create love and adventure and connection no matter where we are. I'm wearing this green and black. I tend to wear it on Tuesdays to honor Ogun of the West African tradition, the Yoruba tradition Santeria. And Ogun had the machete where he cut through the jungle uh, to forge a pioneering path so the rest of the forces of nature could create civilization. The metaphor is that as we use technology, as we gather information, if we're not integrating that information with our intelligence, our inner truth, our common sense, which includes mind, left hemisphere, body right hemisphere going into our heart and guts, we're out of equilibrium. And if we're out of equilibrium, we're pretty easy to fool. So who tells the truth? The whole truth. Who integrates their heart, their minds with their hearts. And there'll be more you're hearing from me, but just know idealistically, how do you allow information to play in your psyche, in your soul? And Venus star is astrological shorthand. We've got a warrior Aries moon in Kama. So expect her to bring in uh, that place where are you authentically acting on your soul's voice, your inner truth voice, moment to moment. And if not, how have your mentors or tormentors, your early childhood conditioning, and the way that you say yes when you really mean no, or no when you really mean yes, how is that affecting your day to day life? And hey, um, the Civil War is within the intellectual ego and understanding its voice and its purposes in protecting our individual sense of self. But when it's rooted in our soul, our wholeness, that's where we have a recipe for a joyous life rooted in gratitude and connection. Thank you for listening.